And my cat. Meow meow. I started school in 1950, and I can still remember my very first day. I didn't like it. Not at all. It wasn't the lessons or the teacher. I don't remember any of that. What I remember is being left in a room full of people I didn't know. Children, teacher, all strangers. And at that age, that's quite something. I remember feeling completely out of place. Now the teacher must have noticed, because she sent a little girl over to show me around. I don't remember her name. I don't remember her. I only remember that it was a little girl that the teacher sent to me. I do remember that small act of kindness. It made a difference. A couple of years later, something happened at school. Something that stayed with me just as clearly. In 1952, the death of King George VI was announced. Right there, in the classroom. And I remember all the children crying. At that age, you don't fully understand why, but you understand that something important has happened. And that moment stayed with me. At home, things were a little different. My mother was working as a bus conductress, so in the mornings, it was my aunt who took me to school. She worked in a haberdashery shop, and school was on the way. So every day we walked together, and apparently it became such a regular sight that someone once said to my mother, that they often saw her sister taking her little boy to school, which tells you something about how things looked from the outside. When my mother remarried, we moved house. I was about 7 years old, and I started at a new school. I don't remember my first day there at all, but I do remember that I quickly made some new friends. And of course, there were bullies. There always were. And they had their little gang. I remember one of them quite clearly. His name was Norman. Now, we had been learning about the Norman conquest, and everyone called him the Baron. Now, I was never part of any gang, but I was given a name as well. They called me the Professor. And I suppose even then there was a reason for that. Looking back now, those early school years weren't really about lessons. They were about finding your place, learning who you were, among people you didn't choose, and slowly becoming someone they began to recognize. Bye for now. See you in the next one.